Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think this is going to be a shootout. I thought we'd see a little bit more of that actually in the Atlanta-Seattle game, but I definitely think we're going to see that in the Atlanta-Green Bay game. What are you going to be watching for? What's the one thing that you're going to be really keeping your eyes on?
Yeah, and real quick in that Seattle, the problem is Seattle can't protect the passer. He put so much burden on Russell Wilson to make plays. He just can't. They couldn't run it in that game. You know, the thing I'm looking for is how is Atlanta's defense going to play Aaron Rodgers? Because in truth, guys, of the four teams left, what's the one team that their quarterback, absolutely has to play well? They can't overcome bad quarterback play. The other is if the quarterback's average, they still got a bunch of weapons. If without Jordy Nelson, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play well, they can't win. I mean, they can't win if he plays average. They cannot, especially with Atlanta. So for me, there's just real quick two things, one on each side. For Green Bay, what do you decide to do with Aaron Rodgers? Do you blitz him and risk missing and have him escape and do what he does in the air on the run? Or do you kind of give him that passive blitz where you make sure you're blitzing and pressuring, but you're keeping your outside arm free so he can't break contain? Because he loves to break contain. So that'll limit the huge play that, we saw Jared Cook and we see them make every week. On the other side, keep an eye on the matchup because the secondary of Green Bay is the biggest weakness in the NFL of the four left. Of all the weaknesses on all the teams, Green Bay's the weakest, the secondary is the weakest, and the linebacking core in coverage. Keep an eye on Coleman and Freeman in the passing game out of the backfield and mismatch problems. When a linebacker or a safety has to cover Freeman or Coleman out of the backfield, you watch Matt Ryan try to manipulate that matchup during this football game, and if he does, Green Bay is going to have to score 40 or the high 30s to win. This is going to be a fun football game, and quite frankly, you can give the MVP in the league to either one of these quarterbacks that's in it. Matt Ryan's probably going to win it because this was a phenomenal year by him.
Yeah, no question. All right, so 40, real quick here, Sean, 44-43, you said might be the final score?
No, that was a little bit facetious. I'll tell you, I think it's a 41-38 game. I'm going to go with Green Bay.
Green Bay,
I'm going to say Rodgers is going to stay on a roll, and in the other game, I don't think it's going to be low scoring either. I think you're looking at a 27-23, 27-24 type game. Patriots. So we'll see Brady and Rodgers, in my opinion, in Houston, and there won't be anything to hate about that game either.